Welcome into another one-on-one session here at OKPreps Media Days. I'm Michael Knight, sitting down now with Westmoore senior offensive lineman Garret Humann. Garret, let's go back to last year. Obviously, a great start to the season, 5-0 on the year. Then some injuries to some key players happen. You run into a couple buzzsaws with Broken Arrow and Jinx and teams like that. What can you take away from last season where you guys got out to a fast start, a great start, and how do you build off that going into this year?
I mean, the thing that we can work on the best is probably don't take our situations for granted, because that obviously happened last season and it didn't end up too well. But what I think we could work on was just working kind of as a team more, instead of as individuals, and trying to kind of combine our efforts all into one, just so that way we can all together learn how to finish. Because last year, as you said, we had a strong start, but we didn't follow through. And a lot of that has to do with what you said, the loss of a couple of key players, and especially since our starting quarterback was a pass guy. He could run the ball. He can do anything. We were a very pass-oriented team. So whenever that wasn't an option for us, as big as it was, we really kind of struggled with it. We had to play around with our plays. We had to run a little bit more dart and a little bit more of that kind of run-oriented stuff. Which, we have good linebackers, but whenever we have a really good wide receiver core and a really good quarterback, it's a great thing to, I guess what I'm trying to say is not take it for granted. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. And, look, you're going to have another opportunity at it this year. And obviously, if you get out to a fast start again this season, one of the things that I'm sure everybody will think about immediately is, okay, let's not let history repeat itself here in 2020. As far as what you guys have coming back, what's the excitement level there at Westmoore, where you do have some talent coming back on the offensive side of the ball, but at the same time, the district is tough, the class itself is tough with the teams that you have to beat to get on top. What's the excitement level there, within the school?
We are super excited to get back out on the field and play those teams that we didn't beat last year, so that way we have another shot at their necks, basically. We're coming back. We're coming back for anything that was done wrong last year. We're going to fix it, and we're super excited about it, because all of us are just waiting to get that chance, because past couple of years, Westmoore's been in a little bit of a slump. Mm-hmm. Coming back from that 2017 year, 2018 and 2018 was okay, and 2019 was okay. It's just not where we want to be. We don't want to be okay. We want to be elite.
Right.
So I want to make my senior year the first year that Westmoore's made playoffs since 2017 or 2018, and I just want to go out there and kick some ass.
Yeah. You look at this team, and I was at one home game, I think, last year for you guys, and the one thing that really stood out to me was the coaching staff. Their energy before, during, and even after the game. What's it like playing for that coach? Those coaches. Obviously, Coach Williams leading the charge as the head coach. What's it like playing for those guys?
This might be biased, but I personally think that we have the best coaching staff in the state. Our coaching staff is comprised of a bunch of players who know what they're talking about, and it's not like we have a defensive guy who's just see ball, get ball. There's a bunch of key coaches we have, and the enthusiasm that they bring is terrific. There's been a bunch of places, and even a bunch of camps where those coaches were yeah, so you can do this or you can do that, but it's a whole another ball game at Westmoore. Especially having Coach Zoe, just being a freak of nature in high school and college, and then through the NFL too. He knows what he's doing. He definitely knows what he's doing. He's a great leader. He definitely has that leader mentality, and Coach Van, Coach Ramsey, and all of them, they know what they're talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always good to have somebody that knows what they're talking about instead of somebody who just wants to show up and get paid.
Right. Looking at this off season, obviously it's been a little different for you. You're starting to get noticed by some schools, being recruited by some schools, especially here in the state and even surrounding states as well. What's it like for you to go through that process, to go from a guy who just wants an opportunity to play college football to now you have some offers from some schools, and obviously a good senior year will come with some more opportunities as well.
Well, I think it's an awesome opportunity, and I thank God for every bit of it. I mean, there's just so much work that goes into it, and so much effort, and so much time, And I'm glad to see it's paying off. I can't wait to get an opportunity. That's pretty much what I feel. I just can't wait to get an opportunity to get up to a workout at some school.
And then now finally, I mean, looking at 2020 and looking at this off season, how excited are you guys to get the thing going? Because, I mean, look, you've had to sit in quarantine and things like that and work out on your own, but now you're able to get back as a team, as a group, and, just talk a little bit about the 2020 season.
I think the 2020 season is going to be a terrific season for Westmoore football. We need to work on strength and flexibility and building our bodies to withstand injuries, because I don't know if Westmoore's kind of an injury-prone team. If you kind of take a look at the past couple of years, there's been a couple key guys that have suffered injuries, and unfortunately, that's just how the game of football works. But I think we're all super excited, and I think that we're going to have a great season as far as next year goes.
Well, Garrett, thank you so much for sitting down with me. Looking forward to seeing what you guys can do. Great start of the year last year. Hopefully you get not only another great start, but a good finish as well in 2020. Thanks for sitting down again, and good luck to you and the Jags this year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
He's Garret Humann. I'm Michael Knight, and this has been another one-on-one conversation here at OKPreps Media Days.